One brother called him evil. The other brother, sitting in federal prison for child pornography, called the charges sensationalized fiction. And just like that, the Duggar family split in half. If you are new here, this channel covers active criminal cases in real time. Joseph Duggar confessed twice to molesting a 9-year-old girl. His wife Kendra was arrested 2 days later. Their 4 children have been removed by CPS, and the family is now at war with itself. Subscribe and hit the bell because what I am about to tell you changes everything about this case. On Thursday, March 26th, Jason Duggar released a statement on Instagram that broke every unwritten rule this family has ever followed. Jason is 25 years old. He is Joseph's younger brother, and he used a word that no Duggar has ever aimed at another Duggar in public: evil. Here's exactly what he wrote. "We are disgusted to hear the news about my brother. Our hearts are burdened because a child's life has been turned upside down due to the evil actions of someone who should have never hurt the vulnerable. In the IBLP, the cult this family was raised in, that word is reserved for the outside world, for Satan, for secular forces. It is never turned inward. It is never aimed at a brother." Jason just broke that wall. He continued, "We are angered by what has happened. To fathom that someone would abuse their authority to harass the innocent is vile. We stand with innocent children. Always." That is a Duggar publicly calling for justice against his own brother, in a family where Bob has spent 30 years making sure nobody speaks out. But Jason was not the only one who spoke this week, and this is where it gets disturbing. From inside a federal prison in Segoville, Texas, Joshua Duggar had something to say. Josh is the eldest Duggar son, convicted in 2021 of possessing child sexual abuse material, serving 12.5 years. And through his attorney, Josh called the charges against Joseph sensationalized fiction, a convicted child predator calling his brother's recorded confession fiction. Joseph admitted on tape that he touched the victim over her clothing. He admitted his intentions were not pure. That is in the affidavit. Deputy Sheriff Daryl Norris supervised the entire pretext call. It is recorded, it exists, and Josh, from his prison cell, is telling the world it is made up. This is the same Josh Duggar whose own trial revealed a secret partition on his computer designed to hide illegal material. The same Josh Duggar who molested his own sisters as a teenager, and the family covered it up for years. Deny, minimize, call it fiction, protect the brand. The pattern never changes, and here is something that should make your blood boil. When Josh was first exposed in 2015 for molesting his sisters as a teenager, Bob waited over a year before reporting it. And when he did report it, he took Josh to a state trooper who was a family friend. That trooper gave Josh a stern talking to and never filed charges. That trooper was later convicted of possessing child sexual abuse material himself. That is the system that protected Josh Duggar. That is the system that created the environment where Joseph Duggar apparently believed he could do the same thing and get away with it. But this time, it is changing, because the family is not staying quiet. Jill Duggar Dillard said she was shocked and heartbroken. She learned about the arrest from a friend's text message, not from her parents, not from Bob, from a friend. That tells you everything about how Bob controls information in this family. Jinger Duggar Vuolo went on her podcast and said, "I did not think my heart could break like it has this week." Her husband Jeremy called it devastating. Cousin Amy Duggar King said she is sickened, heartbroken, and deeply angry. Her first thought was the victim, a child who deserved to be safe and protected and surrounded by people she could trust. So you have Jason calling Joseph evil, Jill saying she is shocked, Jinger saying her heart is broken, Amy saying she is angry, and Josh, the convicted predator, saying it is all fiction, and Bob and Michelle Duggar have said almost nothing. Their only public response was a statement through a spokesperson. Kendra's arrest is a misdemeanor charge totally unrelated to the Florida case. That is it. Their son confessed to molesting a child, and their response is one sentence about their daughter-in-law's misdemeanor. But their actions tell you everything their words will not. Michelle personally drove Kendra to jail. She walked inside. She bonded her out. Then Kendra was found at the Duggar compound instead of her own home or her parents' house. The compound where Bob controls everything, where narratives are shaped, where wives are told to stand by their husbands no matter what. This is the Anna playbook. When Josh was arrested, they swooped in. They promised Anna a house. They promised financial support. They told her divorce was not an option. Michelle taught her daughters that a wife does her husband good and not evil all the days of her life. That is a direct quote. And Anna stayed. She visits Josh in prison to this day. She has never spoken against him. Now they are doing the exact same thing to Kendra. Bond her out, bring her in, control what she says, control who she talks to, and most importantly, make sure she does not cooperate with investigators. Because here is what terrifies Bob the most. The 4 children are gone. CPS removed all of them. Sources say they will not be placed with the Duggars or the Caldwells, because the court needs to make sure no one in the family can coach them. No one can tell them what to say. No one can tell them to stay quiet. And if those children start telling investigators what life was really like inside that house, with locks on the outside of their bedroom doors, with a father who confessed to molesting a child, then this case does not end with Joseph. In 2015, when Josh's scandal first broke, Bob went on Fox News and called it a prior mistake. He said Josh had confessed and repented. TLC canceled 19 kids and counting, but gave them Counting On instead. The brand survived. That will not happen this time. This time there is a recorded confession. This time CPS took the children. This time a brother called his own brother evil on Instagram. This time there are charges in 2 states. And this time the world is watching. Joseph and Kendra both have court dates on April 29th. Joseph is expected to be transferred to Florida within 30 days to face the molestation charges. If convicted in Florida, he faces up to 15 years. If convicted in Arkansas on all 8 counts, both he and Kendra face up to 8 more years. The family that sold America 20 years of wholesome television is crumbling from the inside. And the people who should have protected children the most failed them the worst. If you are following this case, hit the like button right now. Share this video. Turn on notifications. Our next video covers what happens when Joseph lands in Florida and what the prosecution's case actually looks like. You do not want to miss that one. I will see you on the next update.